Hey guys, I'm Michael from eKids, and let's do the Advent calendar block thing. So again, we have Adam and Eve, Noah, Abraham, Hagar. This was Leah, and I can't remember myself. Joseph and coat of many colors. Moses, Jericho, and Joshua and the walls of Jericho. Saul, David, the temple of Solomon, and Elijah, and that cool altar fire thing. And we had the prophet Jeremiah, Daniel in lion's den, Jonah. You guys remember this one?
I forget.
That was when they rebuilded the temple.
You are right, my man. I forgot.
I can't remember.
Oh, no, like Zerubbabel.
And this was the angel.
Yesterday. Yeah, that's Zerubbabel.
All right, and then now we are on December the 18th. So I have a guest. Riley and Owen are going to help out. So Riley's going to read the world's longest quiet game, the story of Elizabeth and Zechariah, part 2. And then Owen's going to read the very end of it, the last part. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. So you already read this.
Yeah. The world's longest quiet game, the story of Elizabeth and Zechariah, part 2. Do you remember what the angel said to Zechariah? Don't be afraid, God is coming to stay, and your baby boy will prepare the way. That's right, your wife will get pregnant today. And do you remember how Zechariah told his wife Elizabeth about that? Well, he didn't really tell her. He wrote it out for her on something called a tablet. And no, it's not like an iPad or a Kindle or something you might have today. Back then, a tablet was a hard piece of clay you wrote on, sort of like paper, but dirtier. But wait a minute. Why do you think Zechariah was writing on a tablet? Well, when the angel told Zechariah that he was going to be a daddy, Zechariah didn't believe him. God had been silent for so long that Zechariah thought God would never speak again. The angel must have had a sense of humor because he said, Zechariah, don't you think God has something to say? I'll tell you what, because you didn't believe me, you won't be able to talk at all until your baby boy is born. And you'll still have your mouth, and your tongue, and your teeth, and your lips, and even the little hangy ball in the back of your throat, but no voice. Sure enough, when Zechariah walked out of the temple, he couldn't say a word. He kept waving his hands around and pointing to his mouth. Eventually, everybody figured it out. Zechariah couldn't talk. Have you ever played the quiet game? It's hard to sit quietly for 2 minutes, isn't it? How about 5 minutes? 10 minutes? Can you imagine going 9 months and not saying anything at all? That's 394,200 minutes. Not even the best quiet game champion can do that. But Zechariah did. Because, you see, God was teaching Zechariah to listen to him and to trust him. And all throughout those 9 months, God was with Zechariah. Even when it was hard, even when he couldn't speak, even when everyone started to say he would never speak again, God was with Zechariah. At last, Elizabeth and Zechariah had their baby. And Zechariah must have learned how to listen to God because the first thing he did was write on a tablet. God said, name this baby John. Zechariah had learned how to listen to God and trust him. The next thing you know, Zechariah started to whisper, and then he started to talk, and then he started to sing. God had given him his voice back. Zechariah could hardly contain his excitement. He gathered everyone in the house, jumped on the top of a table, and sang in the loudest voice he could muster.
For such a long time, God seemed far away, but now he has heard what we hoped and we prayed. God is coming to earth to stay.
Nice.
Good job.
High five for one. High five, Riley. Good job. Well, thank you guys. That was today's Advent Box devotional. That's all. Thanks. Bye.